who is a spiritual certified speaker, coach, and a, a counseling. A whole lot. I'm trying to pick it, and then so she's also a trainer and a leader with the John Maxwell team. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome our speaker for tonight, Speaker Dr. Millie Tuches, all the way from New Jersey, USA. You are welcome.
Thank you, David. It's always a pleasure and an honor to be here with all of you. It's not my first time, so you've all come to be very dear to me, very dear to my heart, and I always enjoy being able to bring some value to valuable people, because all of you are very valuable and you're very important. And I know that each one of you has purpose, and all of you have a destiny to advance not only, the kingdom, but also this forum, the David Douglas Leadership Forum. So without further ado, I'm going to be speaking about studying abroad, and it's going to be a lot of information. So I hope that you all brought something to take notes with. I'm going to talk first about why studying abroad is important, and then each part of responsibility for students, for parents, and educators. So there's a lot of information. I just want to let you know up front. And I'm praying that you will come away with this with an understanding, more awareness of what it is to study abroad, and some of the challenges and some of the tasks that you will be facing if you decide to study abroad. It's not an all-inclusive guide, because there are many steps that we'll talk about that you have to go a little bit further into. So, I was speaking to David earlier that there may be, and I'm pretty sure there will be, some additional presentations in the future that will break down some of the steps that I'm going to go through today. So anyway, I'm going to share my screen with you. Share screen, and okay, can you see that? Can you see the first screen that says, why study abroad?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, good. So yes, a step-by-step guide for students, parents, and educators. And there's a couple of things on there, on the slide itself that talk about, travel the world, you develop valuable career skills, you get to broaden your world, your view, and your perspective, make friends in professional network, and experience personal growth. So those are some things, that you can expect to experience if you study abroad. So why study abroad? Let's see if, in an increasingly interconnected world, right? Studying abroad it's no longer just an academic choice. It's a transformative experience, and it shapes you personally, professionally, and culturally. The opportunity is there for you to immerse yourself in a different country, a different educational system, social environment, and it offers invaluable benefits that extend far beyond the classroom. So, here's some reasons why you would want to study abroad, because number one, there's global exposure. You'll get to experience diverse cultures, languages, ideas. Education quality, you're going to be exposed and have access to world-class institutions and programs that you might not otherwise be exposed to in your own arena. Personal growth, you're going to develop independence, confidence, and problem-solving skills, and career perspectives. the prospects that are open to you. International experience boosts employability. When you can tell someone that you studied abroad, that opens a lot of doors for you. So those are just some things you can expect to benefit from, and some of the reasons why you might consider studying abroad. So let's talk about some of the benefits of global exposure when studying abroad. You know, studying abroad, like I said, it's not just an academic experience, it's an opportunity to gain global exposure, which is invaluable in today's interconnected world. You're living and learning in a different country, and that allows students to expand their perspectives, develop cross-cultural competencies, and it helps build skills that will serve them both professionally and personally. And here's some of the key benefits of global exposure when studying abroad. There's, I think, about 7 of them. So we're going to go through them. Experiencing a new culture firsthand. That fosters a deep understanding of different traditions. It's so important to understand that we don't just live in our own little world. There's other worlds out there. There's other cultures out there. There's different traditions, there's different languages, and there's different ways of thinking, right? And so being able to immerse yourself in different cultures, it enhances your adaptability. You're going to learn to navigate unfamiliar environments, you know, interact with different people, embrace new customs with an open mind. You know, these experiences help students become more emphatic, right? And culturally competent. Skills that are crucial in our diverse. We're going to expect to have a broader academic and professional window of opportunities, because it's going to expose students, especially to new academic approaches and methodologies that, you know, they're going to differ from what you experience in your home country. And international institutions offer specialized programs, cutting-edge research opportunities, and access to top-tier faculty. When you're going abroad to, let's say, the United States, and you're considering Harvard or Yale or Ivy League universities, you're talking about top-tier faculty. And additionally, global exposure is going to enhance a student's resume. Imagine you can put that on your resume when you're going to apply for, you know, a Fortune 500 company. And you can put on there that you did attend a Princeton or a Penn State. You know, that brings a lot of value, and it gives you a lot of international experience and problem-solving skills, and also cross-cultural communication. It's going to improve your language skills. When you're going to another country, when you're coming away from your own country, it's an excellent opportunity to learn and practice a new language. Whether students study in an English-speaking country or a non-English one, you develop stronger linguistic skills through everyday interactions. This fluency not only boosts your confidence, but it also opens up career opportunities in multinational organizations. I think that's pretty powerful, right? Stronger global network, right? One of the most significant benefits of studying abroad is a chance to build a global network. Just like DDLF is building a global network, you know, this opportunity to study abroad also helps you build a global network, because students meet peers, professors, and professionals from around the world, creating lifelong connections. And these relationships can lead to international career opportunities, collaborations, and personal growth as students gain different perspectives from their global peers. And let me just say that this isn't just for the students, because the parents are right there along with their students, learning and hearing about their experiences. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with parents being able to network with parents of other students around the world. You know, that's important. You have a sense of increased independence and problem-solving skills. You know, living in a foreign country requires students to step out of their comfort zone. My daughter, the youngest one of the youngest ones, she didn't go away to another country, but she went away to another state to study. So we're in New Jersey, she went to Florida. So that was an experience for her. You know, she met new people, you know, the culture in different states, they have different traditions, they have different things that they, get involved in. So she had an opportunity, not only to be exposed to that, but also to develop some independence. She was away from mom and dad and home. It was a little bit difficult at first. She did experience some homesickness, but it helped her to become independent and experience new ways of being able to face life on her own. And that's really good. It helps us students to learn how to manage your finances, handle unexpected challenges. Students become more reliant and resourceful. And the ability to adapt to new environments and solve problems in real-time strengthens their confidence and decision-making abilities. That's super important, not only just for college, but for your life in the future. Employers highly value candidates with international experience because they bring diverse perspectives, adaptability, and a global mindset. Studying abroad helps students demonstrate initiative, resilience, and the ability to work in multicultural settings. You become such a well-rounded person, right? Number 7, personal growth. Studying abroad is a transformative experience that broadens one's worldview. Exposure to different cultures and global challenges fosters a sense of global responsibility. So now you're not just thinking about the country that you're from, but now you're beginning to look at other countries with an appreciation. And that's important because it's not just you, but again, like I said, and how I stated in the beginning, we don't just live in our own little world. There's other worlds out there. There's other students out there, that are coming, to different universities for sometimes the same reason, but when they leave, it's so different. Now, it's very enriching. They gain a deeper appreciation for diversity. They develop new perspectives on societal issues and often become advocates for positive change in their communities. So the global exposure gained from studying abroad is a powerful tool for personal, academic, and professional growth. It equips students with the skills, experiences, and networks needed to thrive in an increasingly interconnected world. The world is evolving every day, new opportunities, different worldviews. There's a lot of things going on. So by stepping out of their comfort zone and embracing new experiences, students become more adaptable. They become culturally aware and prepared for leadership roles on a global scale. That's what our goal is, right? Whether it's through language acquisition, professional networking, or personal development, the benefits of studying abroad extend far beyond the classroom and last a lifetime. And that's important. Let's go on to the next one. The next benefit, the benefit of access to world-class institutions and programs. Listen, one of the greatest advantages of studying abroad is the opportunity to access world-class institutions like a Yale, like a Harvard, depending on, an MIT or, depending on where you go, Texas A&M. There's so many colleges out there. Many students seek international education to gain exposure to top-ranked universities, cutting-edge research, innovative teaching methods. Listen, a lot of the doctors that I worked with in Deborah Heart and Lung Center, they're constantly traveling to other countries, going to China, going to Germany to learn new medical techniques, right? It's very important. High quality education, like I said, advanced curriculum. Studying at a prestigious university provides exposure to rigorous academic programs, specialized courses. Like I said, if you're a doctor, you're going for your degree, you're going to be traveling to other countries to learn more because you never stop learning. There's some fields where you continue to learn more, and you're advancing in your skills. And many of these institutions have state-of-the-art facilities, well-respected faculty, and strong industry connections. And this ensures students receive the best possible education, right? Cutting-edge research and innovation. That's so important because we want to be able to be ahead of all other cutting-edge research and facilities. That's always the goal, is to be the very best in whatever we do. So many of the world's top universities are at the forefront of research and technological advancements. And students studying abroad gain access to leading research facilities, laboratories, and funding opportunities that might not be available in their own home country. Whether it's science or medicine, engineering, business, or arts, being part of a research-driven institution allows students to work on groundbreaking projects and contributes to global knowledge. That is so important, especially since we know that the world is ever evolving, and so is everything else. Technology is always evolving, science is always evolving, and we have to stay at the forefront of all those changes. Specialized and unique programs. Some of the best academic programs are only offered in select universities around the world. So by studying abroad, students can pursue specialized degrees, interdisciplinary courses, and niche subjects that may not be available in their home country. For example, students interested in AI, which is a big thing right now, artificial intelligence, international business, fashion design, marine biology may find world-leading programs in countries known for excelling in those fields, and that country might not necessarily be your own. So let's go on. The business of accessing world-class institutions, also those benefits, they also include globally recognized degrees and career advancement, right? A degree from a top-ranked global institution is highly valuable by employers worldwide. This is why studying abroad provides unparalleled access to world-class institutions and programs. These offer high-quality education, cutting-edge research opportunities for the students. This is very important for our students going forward. They have access, I'll skip down to one, access to state-of-the-art facilities. Top universities, they're investing in cutting-edge technologies. They're investing in libraries, research labs, and learning centers to enhance the student experience. This is what we need to understand about universities that are really interested in investing in their students, whether it's access to advanced medical research labs or high-tech engineering workshops, business incubators, or digital media studios. Students benefit from world-class resources that support hands-on learning and innovation. Internships and career opportunities, these are available many times around the world in different world-class universities. And these are the ones that we should endeavor to have strong partnerships with, not only universities, but leading companies, providing students with internships, apprenticeships, and job placement programs. This is very important. This is one of the areas where I hope in the future we'll have more, to discuss. Job placement programs, apprenticeships, and internships, not only in your own country, but in other countries, which is very much available to every student, and enhance personal growth. The experience of studying in a world-class institution challenges students to think beyond traditional learning methods, right? Exposure to diverse cultures, how other people do things differently than we are accustomed to. Global academic standards foster independence, adaptability, and leadership skills, qualities that are essential for success in any field. These are important things. The benefits of personal growth when you study abroad. Listen, the students need to understand that studying abroad, it's a life-changing experience. It goes beyond academics, like I said, and career advancement, journey of personal growth and self-discovery. Leaving behind familiar surroundings can be difficult, can be a little bit unnerving because you're coming out of your comfort zone. You're coming out of that comfort zone to live and learn in a new country, and that's challenging to students. But it fosters independence, resilience, adaptability, and confidence, right? Because living in a foreign country, it requires you to step out of your comfort zone and take responsibility for your daily life. Mom and dad are not going to be there anymore, right? You got to learn how to manage your finances, navigate new cities, right? Handle administrative tasks, make important decisions on your own. You're going to experience self-reliance and problem-solving skills like you probably never did before. And you're going to learn, you're going to have the ability to thrive in unfamiliar situations. You're going to be able to adjust to new cultures and languages, ways of life that you never thought even existed, because again, we're so focused in our own little world that we forget that there's other worlds out there, right? You might experience some culture shock. You might experience some academic pressures, unexpected situations, but through all that, you're going to develop resilience and emotional strength. These experiences help you become more flexible, more open-minded, and capable of handling life's uncertainties with confidence. You're going to have advanced cultural awareness and emotional intelligence because now you're submerged in new cultures, providing firsthand exposure to different traditions, beliefs, values, right? We have our own beliefs and we have our own values and we have our own traditions. But once we begin to interact with other people from diverse backgrounds, we're going to be more culturally aware. We're going to have more empathy and emotional intelligence, all of which are essential for personal and professional relationships. We have to begin to understand that there's different perspectives, and that's going to help you develop a global mindset and appreciation for diversity. You're going to have an opportunity to improve your communication and social skills, because living in a foreign country means you might have to learn a new language, or you might have to improve on one that you might already know. Like, for example, I have a Hispanic background. My parents are from Puerto Rico. I am bilingual Spanish. I can read, write, and speak Spanish. However, when I go to South America or Central America, there's different customs. Yes, I can speak the language, but the customs in Spain may be different from the customs in Peru or Ecuador, Cuba, right? Venezuela, Portugal. You know, there's different customs. And although I can speak Spanish, Portugal, the Portuguese language is a little different. It's got that French twist. So if I go to Portugal, I have to kind of listen. They can understand me, but I have to listen to their language in order to be able to understand what they're saying. It's similar, but different, if you could understand what I'm saying. But it helps us to develop strong communication skills by interacting with people with different linguistics and cultural backgrounds. That is super important if you're thinking globally and your desire and your goal is not only to study abroad, but to be able to be a leader globally. That's very important. Personal growth when you study abroad continued. I'm not gonna read through all of these. I mean, you can take pictures of the slides. I'm gonna touch a little bit on each one. Stepping outside your comfort zone and successfully adapting to a new environment, that's gonna build confidence and self-assurance in you. Experiencing life in a different country, it's going to expand your worldview and your personal perspectives related to social, political, and economic issues. Because exposure to different ways of thinking, it challenges us. We have preconceived notions about different things. But when we're out there, when we visit other countries and we see the different ways that they're doing things, how their politics work, their laws, their government, it begins to open in us a pathway to a different mindset, hopefully open-mindedness. And sometimes many students return home with a greater appreciation for global issues, a passion for social change. Listen, we hear a lot about the things that are going on around the world in different countries, but it's not until you're actually there and you're witnessing what's happening that you can really appreciate the suffering and the challenges, and the things that people are going through around the world. Number 7, living abroad, it comes with unexpected challenges. You're navigating through foreign healthcare systems. You're dealing with language barriers. You're managing travel disruptions. All of these experiences sharpen students' problem-solving skills, and it enhances your ability to think on your feet and improves your decision-making under pressure. Sometimes you have to think fast. The other great thing about studying abroad is that you are going to have opportunities to form deep, lasting relationships, friendships with people all over the world. I believe we already are doing that through this forum because there are many people that come on through Zoom from different parts of the world. So we're already involved in doing something like that, right? Fostering friendships all over the world, international relationships, and all of this expands your students' social circles, diverse perspectives, and you also begin to create lifelong memories, right? Many students find that their study abroad experience leads to meaningful connections that shape their personal and professional lives. My daughter, the one I said went to Florida, she's not there anymore, right? She's out of college from Florida, but she still maintains a connection with, the girls that she met there. And every year, at least 3 or 4 times a year, they're visiting each other in the states that they live in. It could be Maryland, North Carolina, so they still maintain that relationship. And number 9, from trying new cuisines, right? Because you're going to eat a lot of different things in different countries, to participating maybe in local festivals and exploring historic landmarks. Studying abroad is going to expose you to a world of new experiences. So one of the most significant aspects of personal growth while studying abroad is learning to navigate life independently. You're going to learn to manage your own finances, handle your daily responsibilities, make decisions without an immediate parental guide, because you're not always going to be able to call mom or dad and say, hey, this is happening. What do I do? You got to learn to grow. You're going to grow up pretty quickly. And this newfound independence, it enhances your problem-solving skills, and it's going to teach you self-sufficiency, preparing you for the challenges of adulthood. Because yes, we all have to start adulting at some point. And this is one of the ways that you're abroad. There's international, this is a boost to employability, right? Because when you're studying abroad in a foreign country and you're experiencing different cultures, languages, and business practices, this is going to make you culturally aware and adaptable. And employers are looking for that. They're looking for people that adapt quickly and effectively in diverse environments. You're going to learn to understand global markets and interact with people from various backgrounds. Companies love that. Multinational companies especially. These skills are essential for roles that involve international collaboration, negotiation, and problem solving. The fact that you can learn how to communicate at another level, it's another level because you might be learning another language. You might be becoming proficient in a language you already know by going to a country of whose language you speak, because bilingual or multilingual candidates are in high demand, especially in international business, diplomacy, tourism, education, and multinational corporations. Even in English-speaking countries, students develop stronger communication skills by interacting with people from diverse linguistic and cultural backgrounds. This is the one of the benefits and one of the biggest reasons why studying abroad is so important, has great benefits. And, again, we talk about problem solving, and we taught number 4, expanding your professional network. International education allows students to build a global network of peers and professionals and industry professionals. These connections can open doors to international job opportunities. If you go on LinkedIn, which is one of the platforms that we use for employment, I'm pretty sure you are all familiar with it and have heard of it. There's people all over the world linked into LinkedIn, right? And many universities have strong ties with these types of platforms and with companies, and offer internships and programs to provide real world experience and exposure to potential employers. This is why, studying abroad is a boost, right, for employability. Internships and work opportunities in foreign markets. That's another great thing, another benefit to studying abroad. Many study abroad programs offer internships, apprenticeship, work-study opportunities in the host country. Because gaining work experience in a foreign market, that enhances a student's resume by demonstrating their ability to succeed in a global environment. That is important. And this exposure also helps students understand international business practices, workplace cultures, and industry trends. That's going to make the student more attractive to employers seeking global-minded professionals. These multinational companies are seeking global-minded professionals, right? That are independent. They manage their own finances. They solve their own problems. They take initiative, right? They have experiences through studying abroad that have helped them develop leadership skills, decision-making abilities, and self-reliance. These are qualities that employers look for when hiring future leaders and managers. Okay, a degree from a world-class international institution carries significant weight in the job market. Employers recognize that graduates with international education have, I'm going to give you 4 good points: a diverse global perspective, experience working with people from different cultures, a track record of adaptability and resilience. These qualities differentiate candidates from those with purely domestic education, giving them an advantage in job applications and career growth. Very important, big benefits, right, for studying abroad. This is another great thing. Who wouldn't want to get paid more money? Higher salary potential, more opportunities for career advancement. Listen, studying abroad is a powerful investment in one's career. The international experience, the global mindset, the problem-solving abilities, the cultural adaptability gained during this journey makes graduates highly employable and sought after by top employers worldwide. Studies show that individuals with international experience often earn higher salaries and have better career growth prospects. Employers are willing to pay more professionals with global business acumen, language proficiency, experience working in international environments. Graduates with study abroad experience are more likely to qualify for leadership roles and international assignments early in their careers, okay? Whether entering multinational corporations, government agencies, or entrepreneurship, students who study abroad have a significant advantage in securing exciting, high-paying, and globally impactful career opportunities. Offers versatility across multiple industries. Listen, the skills gained from studying abroad, such as cultural intelligence, adaptability, and language skills, are applicable across various industries, including, but not limited to, international business and finance, healthcare and global public health, education and academia, tourism and hospitality, technology and innovation, nonprofit and humanitarian organizations, These skills allow graduates to explore a wide range of career opportunities to both local and international markets. Right now, I have just given you an idea of why studying abroad is so important and the benefits. Now, our next part, now I'm going to talk to students specifically, what you can expect when you're studying abroad and preparing for the journey. Preparing for the journey. Research and goals. You got to identify the countries and programs aligning with your interests. Consider academic, financial, and cultural aspects. A student on this presentation, I would encourage you to take pictures of these slides because these are the things that you are needing to prepare for this journey. Number 2, application process. Prepare your transcripts, letters of recommendation. You're going to be writing some essays to these colleges that you're going to be applying for, and you have to know the application deadlines. Number 3, scholarships and funding. You have to research the scholarships, the grants, the financial aid options of the universities that you're applying for. Number 4, very important, secure your student visa and your travel documents. Each country has different visa requirements. And number 5, cultural preparation. Learn about local customs, foods, and etiquette. You need to know all of these. And I'm going to go into each one of them a little bit more, but these are like the top important ones that you need to prepare for, because embarking on the journey of studying abroad, although it's exciting and it's a transformative experience that's offered to students, you know, it's also requires proper preparation. That's the key to ensuring a smooth transition and a fulfilling experience in a new country. Okay, so these are some of the keys, essential tips that are going to help you prepare for your study abroad. Okay, so research your destination. Before leaving, it's important to thoroughly research your host country. Okay, now you've applied, you've been accepted to a university, an academic program. Consider the cultural norms, the customs, to understand local etiquette and avoid cultural misunderstandings. This is super important. Okay, the climate and the weather, you got to pack appropriately. If you're going to go study in Alaska, you better pack appropriately because you're going to be pretty cold if you don't have the right attire for that climate. You got to know the university policies, the curriculum, the academic expectations to be well prepared for your studies. You're going to get all that information prior to beginning your first day of school, I hope. And so you really need to be well versed. You know, your student handbook, those are very important tools that are provided to you before you start your courses. And importantly, your housing options. Are you going to live on campus? Are you going to live off campus? You know, most of the time the on campus is included in your tuition, but let's say you don't want to live on campus and you're living off campus, you have to understand what your living costs are going to be. You have to be prepared. This is just a picture, just to give you a general idea on any given day, what the weather can be like in the United States if you're coming this way. It could be 40 in Seattle. Then next to it, Billings is, I'm pretty sure Montana, it would be 28. Getting over to Minneapolis is 31. Then you come down to Memphis, Tennessee, it's 59. Coming down to Miami is 66. So these are some of the temperature variations. And this was actually on an Easter morning that you can expect. They're all over the place. And currently, the weather has been very erratic. So these is just some, I just want to give you an example, you know, an idea of how the weather can be so different from one side of the United States to the other. Just an example. And this was on one day in Easter. Okay, let's continue. Plan your finances. Listen, managing finances while studying abroad it requires careful budgeting because you're going to have only a certain amount of money, right? So tuition fees, accommodation, and daily living expenses. You know, what are the available scholarships, grants, and financial aid? What grades do you have to maintain to keep your scholarships? It's always good if you can open a local bank account, and, you know, or use the international student banking services, and understanding the currency exchange rates and budgeting tools to track expenses in the country that you're going to be in. Okay, learn to cut some unnecessary expenses. If you're living off campus, learn to cook at home. Use student discounts if you're traveling or shopping. Share accommodations if you can, right? And take advantage of free events and campus activities. This is going to help you minimize your expenses. Secure your student visa and travel documents. More than ever, this is so important. If you haven't applied for a student visa, you need to do it well in advance if you're considering studying abroad and you don't already have one. You got to have all your required documents, your admission letter, your financial proof, your passport. All these things are super important. And understand the visa conditions, including work restrictions and travel regulations. And by all means, I beg of you, make copies of important documents. Make 10 if you have to, because you never know when you're going to need them, when you're going to be somewhere and someone's going to ask you for them. You know, your university acceptance letter, your health insurance card documents. Make copies, have them all over so that they're easily accessible. Arrange health insurance and medical preparations. Listen, many countries require international students to have health insurance before departure. Check the university's health insurance requirements, get necessary vaccinations, and carry prescribed medications. Learn about the healthcare system in your host country and how to access medical assistance. This is very important because ensuring your health insurance and necessary medical preparations is essential when studying abroad. Many countries require students to have adequate health insurance and coverage to access medical services. This avoids high healthcare costs. I have a friend whose sister went, I don't know if it was Cancun, I forget what country she went through. She broke her arm. And what would have cost her here, maybe $2,000 to $3,000, cost her $10,000 in this other country. So it's so important, right? Have proper health insurance. This is going to provide you with peace of mind. And instead of worrying about that, it's going to help you focus on your education instead of unexpected medical expenses. Studying abroad. These are some safety tips. Number one, avoid traveling at night if you're somewhere else. Keep your valuable items on your person with you. And ensure your technology, your phone, your computer, that it's always charged. Those are just 3 brief tips for you if you're studying abroad. Find suitable accommodations. Listen, again, look into on-campus dorms or private housing before arriving. Cost and proximity to the campus is very important. The last thing you want to do is get late to class because you didn't plan properly. You got to find safe and comfortable accommodations. It's crucial for a smooth transition when studying abroad. Where you live impacts your academic focus, your well-being, and your overall experience. Research on campus hosting and housing, private rentals or homestays in advance. That's going to help you secure a place that fits your budget, your location preference. And understanding rental agreements, local neighborhoods, and transportation options ensures a stress-free living arrangement. You don't want to be worrying about those things when you're already, you know, stressed out about your studies, right? It's important. Pack wisely, like I said, weather appropriate clothing, your important documents, your basic toiletries and medications, power adapters for your electronic devices. That's important. Your charger, right? And anything of sentimental value that you want to take with you. Studying abroad, it could be a picture of your parents, small reminders of your family. Those things are important. But don't overpack. Avoid items that you can purchase once you get there. That's important. Understand cultural differences. Some of us that travel abroad, we experience culture shock. And culture shock is common when adjusting to a new country. So what do you do to ease the transition? Be open-minded and be willing to learn. Respect cultural differences and avoid making comparisons. Just because you do something one way in Ghana doesn't mean it's going to be done the same way across the other side of the world or even in the United States. If you're within a group of other students that are from Ghana, yes. But, be open-minded. Engage with locals and fellow international students. You'd be surprised what you can learn. And man, let me tell you something. The food that other countries makes are unbelievably delicious. You'd be surprised, okay? We all have a version of something that we make, right? Italians have chicken cacciatore. Puerto Ricans have pollo guisado. The Hindi culture has chicken tikka masala. They're all versions of the same thing, but they are all delicious and they all taste different. Don't be afraid to try different things and stay connected with loved ones while also embracing new experiences. All right. Plan for transportation. Find out what the public transportation system is like before you get there. The buses, the trains, the subways, whatever it is, little taxi cabs, whatever it is. And check for student discounts on travel cards. Many places have travel cards discounted. You buy, a token, you buy, let's say a token is $1 and you can buy 7 tokens for maybe $8 instead of $10. So those are, there's discounts for students. Use your student ID for discounts. And if you're cycling or driving, understand the local traffic rules. That is important, right? Because understanding local travel and transportation is going to help you navigate your daily life in the new country. Knowing how to purchase travel passes, using ride-sharing services, renting a bike, it's going to ensure smooth mobility. For those considering driving, you got to understand the local traffic laws and what side of the road you're driving on, okay? Because proper planning allows you, the student, to travel safely and to explore your surroundings and integrate seamlessly into your new environment. Stay connected and join student communities. I can't emphasize this enough. Adjusting to new environments is easier with support. Join international organizations, clubs, societies, meet new friends. Engage with mentorship programs for guidance, and connect with alumni or senior students who can share valuable insights. That was for you, students. Now we're going to go to parents. Parents can help. You can help. Studying abroad is a life-changing experience, and as a parent, you play a crucial role in guiding and supporting your child through the process. So if you're a parent on here who has a student that's considering studying abroad, or you have a niece or a nephew that you would like to encourage to study abroad, these are some tips and some advice for you. You are part of the journey. You're offering emotional support. You're encouraging and reassuring your student. Express confidence in their ability to adapt and succeed. Remind them that challenges are part of growth. Listen, we are challenged daily. And studying abroad, it's an exciting, life-changing experience for your student, for your child, for your niece, for your nephew. But it doesn't come without challenges, uncertainties, and adjustment. But as a parent, your role extends beyond financial support. You're a pillar of emotional and practical stability for your child, right? You're going to have to address homesickness like I did with my daughter. And how do I do that? How do you do that? Regular communication, video calls, messages, care packages. This provides them with a sense of familiarity and comfort. Help them with cultural adjustment. Discuss the cultural differences and challenges that they're facing. Help them to prepare mentally for new experiences. Encourage an open mind and adaptability. And provide a safe place for conversations. Listen, our children, from the minute they're born to the time they leave the nest, you need to develop a good communication, a good relationship with them so they can talk to you about anything. Listen, students may not always share their struggles with friends or professors, but they need to be able to know that you're available to listen without judgment, reassuring them that they have unconditional support. That is important. You provide emotional support for them. You also provide practical support, helping the transition to be smoother, right? While emotional support is crucial, parents also play a key role in handling logistical and practical preparations. You can assist them with research and planning. We talked about that. You can assist them with the financial guidance, teaching them money management skills, which is something hopefully you have already taught them. Help them set up that international bank account, right? Help them to set up an emergency fund so that that can prevent financial stress. Assist them in navigating their visa application, their student permits, their health insurance, their travel requirements. So that helps them avoid last-minute complications. Health and well-being, ensure and help them to know that, to be well-versed and recognize, what their medical insurance is. What does it cover? What are the necessary vaccinations they might need? Do they need a health checkup before they leave? Help them make those appointments. And by all means, help them to pack appropriately important documents, the medications, items from home, so that can make their transition smoother. This is how you can provide, as a parent, practical support to your student. But here is a part for you that's super important. And I want you to please pay special attention as a parent. You have to maintain a healthy balance between support and helping them to be independent. Because while your presence and guidance are vital, it's equally important to strike a balance between being supportive and allowing independence. Listen, a parent's presence and guidance, it provides essential emotional security and reassurance when a child is studying abroad. Your support helps them navigate new challenges, from adjusting to a different culture to managing academic pressures. However, it is equally important to strike a balance, right? You can be supportive without being overbearing, right? Encouraging independence allows your child to build confidence, problem-solving skills, and resilience, which are crucial for their personal and professional growth. Trusting their ability to adapt and letting them know that you trust them to adapt is going to ensure that they feel empowered and supported throughout their journey, okay? While it's natural to worry, expressing too much concern can add unnecessary stress. Show confidence in their ability to thrive in a new environment. Stay connected without overstepping. Don't be calling them every 10 minutes, right? Set regular check-in without making them feel micromanaged. Be available for them, because in the beginning, they will be calling you a lot. They will be asking you questions. They will be expressing how they're feeling. They might be lonely. They might be stressed. Be available, but give them the space to explore, grow, and make mistakes. We all make mistakes, but they're opportunities to do it again a different way and hopefully better. Now, we're going to come to the vital role of the educator. If you're a teacher, You know, if you're an educator, you're a professor, you're in the lives of your students, you're a guidance counselor. Educators play a vital role in guiding and preparing students for studying abroad. Your support can help students make informed decisions, successfully navigating the application process and adapting to international academic requirements. You have a vital role, right? You're providing information. You're introducing students to study abroad programs, exchanging opportunities and international scholarships. You're helping organize informational sessions with alumni or representatives from universities abroad. That is something that we're going to be doing through this platform, hopefully in the future with universities that I'm going to be connecting you guys with. And share trusted resources on study destinations, visa processes, and academic requirements. These are all ways as educators that you can help the students. Assisting, helping the students identify programs that align with their academic strengths and career goals. Guide them in preparing strong applications, including essays and personal statements, or for letters of recommendation that highlight their skills, character, and readiness for global education. This is important. Help them develop global competencies. Encourage students to enhance language skills. Look, they encourage them because it's an exciting, life-changing experience for the students. Like I said, help them promote, help them, encourage them to think critically, to adapt, right? To understand that they will thrive in this new academic environment. And you can provide insights into cultural awareness, emphasizing respect for diversity and different learning styles. This is important for them, right? Unfortunately, the bullet points here did not come out on these slides. I'm not sure why, but anyway. You're going to help them address emotional and psychological readiness. As a school guidance counselor, discuss with them the common challenges, such as hopelessness, homesickness, because sometimes they're going to feel hopeless, like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I can do this. I'm going to be homesick. Sometimes they're going to experience a cultural shock and academic pressure. Reinforce resilience and independence. Prepare them to handle the setbacks with confidence. Look, things are going to happen. They might fall behind, but let them know that this happens. It's not the end of the world. You'll catch up. And offer support in building a growth mindset, encouraging them to embrace new experiences because there's going to be many of them. They shouldn't shy away from new experiences. They should embrace them as teaching moments, right? Financial practical guidance. As a guidance counselor, share information on funding options, including grants and financial aid. I know there's many resources out there if you can do everything besides the student loans, I would encourage that. Student loans are available, but I shy away from that because it leaves students in big debt, which we don't want, but we can talk about that later. Provide guidance on managing their living expenses, budgeting, teach them how to do a budget, to create one, and offer insights into student work opportunities in different countries. We're almost at the end. Staying connected and offering long-term mentorship. Listen, this is important as a guidance counselor and as a parent and as a mentor. Keep in touch with students even after they go abroad. Offer them academic and career guidance. Help them along the way. Don't disconnect from them. Yes, they're going to have a guidance counselor in their new school, but they're going to remember you because they trust you. You were with them from the beginning of the journey. Encourage participation in international networking and student communities, and inspire students to bring back their experiences and mentor others considering studying abroad. By fostering confidence, educator, by fostering awareness and readiness, you empower your students to step into global opportunities with boldness. The skills and experiences they gain abroad will shape their futures and contribute to a more interconnected connected world. This is so important for you, educator. The next couple of slides, if you are a guidance counselor and you want to help your student write a letter of recommendation for studying abroad, I have provided 3 templates on the next 3 slides if you want to take a picture. The first one is for students applying to undergraduate or graduate study abroad programs. You know, it's all laid out there, you know, your name and your title, the admissions committee, and what you would need to say. You know, I'm honored to write this letter of recommendation for, and the student's name. And it's all written out for you. So if you want, take a picture of this. I know this is being recorded, so you'll have a chance, you know, to look at it again, but you know, these are templates that you can craft. You can use to craft strong recommendation letters for students applying to study abroad programs. And these templates can be customized based on the student's strengths, their achievements, and the specific program they're applying to. That's the first one. The second one is for a student applying for leadership focused study abroad programs, scholarships, or internships. So it's worded a little bit different, but it's also a template for leadership and character-based recommendation. That's the second template that I have provided. And I'm going to offer my services in the future for any of these tasks that need to be completed for students. And the third one is for students who have shown resilience, overcome obstacles, or demonstrated exceptional personal growth. So this would be a personal growth and overcoming challenges recommendation, a letter that you would write to a prospective university that your student would be applying to. So those are 3 letters. I think our time is almost done. Am I correct in stating that, David?
Yes, yes.
So this
4
is the
minutes into our time,
4
but
minutes.
because the materials you are providing is important, so
Yes,
we're
so this
listening.
is the last slide.
Okay.
Well, it's the second to the next slide is this. Final tips for writing a strong recommendation letter. You know, again, I will, you know, I can provide my services in the future, but be specific, right? When you're writing these letters and you're helping your students write these, you know, express, you know, what they want to do and what their desire and their dreams are, you know, be specific. Use concrete examples of the student's achievements and strengths. Personalize it. Tailor the letter to highlight the student's unique qualities. Keep it concise, right? Don't write too much. 1 page is ideal. Focusing on key points and use a professional tone. Ensure clarity, enthusiasm, and formality. And that is our presentation for today.
Thank you very much, Doc. We so much appreciate your time and taking us through this step-by-step cases of how one can apply for a scholarship abroad. Yes, so
Yeah, let me
this
see
is
if I
a
can.
guide for students, and I know we have a number of students here, guide for parents and guide for educators. This is the question section, and so you already know we have exhausted our time, so I'm not going to talk a lot. If you have a question, you can either type it in the chat box or you can raise your hand, which I will give you the opportunity to go ahead with your question. So these very things that Doc talked about, okay, all right, I wanted to say something, but let me give you the opportunity to go ahead. Can you please unmute yourself and go ahead? Let us know where you are connected from.
Good evening, good afternoon.
Good
This
evening.
is Tanique Easy, David. I know my name says J and articulators. Thank you
All right,
for
then.
such,
So there we go to Jamaica straight away.
yes, straight
Having
away
our
to
first
Jamaica.
contribution coming from Jamaica. Yes, go ahead, please.
Yes, amazing program, and thank you so very much for
Mm,
bringing the presenter on today.
mm,
I can attest to the what she shared in terms of the studying abroad because my son is actually in the US, and so it was really a shift in how we approach a lot of things. And so I thank her for that presentation. My
mm,
question for her, though, he has completed his bachelor's. Now he wants to do his master's. Thankfully, we did not have traditional student loan, but we did get loans, but not the traditional student loans. So we don't have that hefty interest payment.
That's good.
And so my question is, how now can he seek grants to support doing the master's program?
Does the university that he is currently attending, do they offer a master's program?
Yes, they do offer a master's program. He's in Colorado.
Okay, so I would start there with their program and see what kind of scholarships or grants may be available through the university first. And then there should be I don't know the link right now. I don't have the link right now, but there is a link that you can go on in Google and you can look up available scholarships depending on your area of study, depending on your background, because some of them are culturally specific, for certain, for example, if you're a Native American, there's scholarships for Native American students studying, so sometimes they're ethnic specific. Sometimes they're depending on the field that you're going, to, but I would start first with the university that he is already attending
Okay.
because that's going to eliminate, they already know the credits, they're already going to accept the credits, for him to continue in his master's. Otherwise, if you might be transferring those credits to another university, maybe they won't all be accepted. I don't know. So you're running the risk of having to incur an additional cost if the other university doesn't accept the credit and then he has to take another class. So that's why I say start first with the university that he is enrolled in.
Okay, perfect. I think that's where he started. UC Denver. I think he's starting there first, and then he's thinking then to do another one outside of that. But that's where he's going to start first because that's the same process he was thinking of. Just starting there because they already know him and know what
Exactly.
he studied
Yep.
and so forth. So
Yes.
thank you so much, Dr. Millie,
you're welcome.
for the information. Really
you're
appreciated.
You're
And
welcome.
very, very good information.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Before we pick Alf, I also want to add this, not for you to tell me online, but you also need to know what you talk about the credit. Doc has already spoken about that. The credit is very, very important, and that can also allow you if you qualify for scholarship or not. So you need to know what his credit is, and that's by knowing that I believe we will talk on the flip side. So let's get to talk about this tomorrow if you have time. If I
Okay,
get to
David.
know his credit, I will also be in the position to help. So I will want to know what his credit is.
Awesome.
Okay,
Thank you so very much. Really appreciate that.
you're welcome. So all the way from Jamaica, we want to go to Germany. Germany, Alf, please can we hear you?
Hi, Alto Mercury. Dr. Tilly, thank you, Dr. Tilly, Dr. Millie Touche. Thank you very much for that. I just want to actually concur with her and basically support what she's saying. Being an international myself, one of my biggest, shall we say, changes was moving from the UK to Holland, which is basically an hour's flight. The cultural change was a major shock to me. Even being, going to Brazil, the United States, Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia, Uganda. The biggest shock for me was actually going from Europe to Europe, well, UK to Europe. That was a big shock to me. And in so about culture, going from Ghana going from the UK to Ghana, that was a brilliant experience, a learning experience that I support Dr. Millie's statements in terms of learning languages, learning cultures, learning things that honestly you cannot be taught in school and nobody can tell you. So I really support her presentation. And I would suggest that if you haven't been here from the beginning, I noticed there was 14 people when I joined, please review the whole thing because you will gain a lot without the pain. I like learning from the experience of others. Some experience I have to learn myself. That's a foregone conclusion. But if you can learn from the experience of others, and Dr. Milius and David Ddouglas Leadership Forum are putting themselves out there for you to learn from them, and they're bringing you international experts from all over the world. We're going from Jamaica to Germany to Ghana and everywhere. Please take these opportunities, not only from going from Africa but the West to Africa. So thank you very much for that. And thank you very much, Dr. Touche. Excellent presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Thank you, David.
Thank you very much, Alf. So from Germany, we'll be coming to Ghana. But what I want to say before we pick our the next question is, already the organization is working with some HBUC colleges or universities. And these very things that Doc talked about, we call it college planning. And so before we get you on board, we take you through the counseling and stuff like that. Now, Doc speak about the US, and there are a few things that I know because of time Doc didn't touch on those things. It's to, before even we kickstart with everything, we first of all will want to know either you want to study and work. And then after your studies, do you want to work in that country where you want to study? And so if we get to know all this, it helps us also to counsel you about the courses that you might need to read. But most importantly, your GPS is very, very important to us because that helps us to know either you qualify for scholarship or not. But notwithstanding that, if your GPS is not something that qualifies you for scholarship, you still might get a university to attend. But what it means is your parents might need to foot all the bills for you to school abroad. And Doc did give guidance about all these things. Just want to add this to it. So now we will pick Kofi. Kofi, please unmute yourself and let us hear you.
Okay, thank you, boss. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Tell
us where you are connecting
Madam
from.
Touche, for Doctor, for the excellent
we'll
delivery.
Want to know you. Where are you connecting from?
Lawrence.
Okay, connecting from where?
My name is Lawrence. I'm connecting from Ghana, the University of Ghana.
Okay, so you are a student. Hello, Kofi.
Yes,
Lawrence,
sir.
you are a student. That is what we want you to establish so that I'll
Hello,
speak
sir. Yeah,
yes, okay,
student,
go ahead. You're
student
having
from.
a network. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Please, I want to ask if there is an internship opportunity for those who are not schooling abroad but wants to do an internship or any form of apprenticeship outside their country that they are schooling?
Okay, Doc, I don't know if you want to answer that, but yes, I think I can straight ahead go. I can answer that for you. So this you're talking about internship. Internship in another way may sound like a job placement because internship is working with an organization outside. You might or may not be paid, but you just want to offer your service because you want to sell out your skills and your knowledge for the organization to know that you are capable of doing this. And so if there is any job opportunity, they can offer you afterward. Um, yes, we have some opportunities, but I can't 100% promise you on that. And the new way of job placement these days is a bit cumbersome. So I can't on this note promise you that yes, you might get internship outside that. But there are services that some international organizations, require international students to provide, for them. And we work with some of our organizations that, we help them with the basics, maybe planning somebody's budget, planning somebody's time and stuff like that. And you don't need to be in the US before you can do this. What you need is just a computer and internet. And so we can connect you with somebody who needs somebody to, plan his or her calendar and or maybe organize his or her office as to this has to be done, that has to be done, budgeting and things like that. So we help with those services. So if that's something that you need, you can let us know and we know where we can place you. Doc, if you have something you want to add to that, well, yes.
So I wasn't 100% clear at first of the question, but it sounds like this internship that you're asking about, Kofi, is separate from your educational institution. Am I understanding that right?
Yes, Kofi, you can unmute
Okay.
yourself. Kofi, yes.
Yeah, so
Yes,
you're
please.
okay. So I'm not sure how it works there, but I can tell you that if you're studying here, let's say you're going to school for to be an electrician. I'm just using that as an example. You're studying for that. There are companies, that hire electricians that do offer internships. Because they see that you're studying for that and you could be a potential employee for them in the future. So there are companies here as well that offer internships dependent on your area of study. So those opportunities are available here in the United States. It just, it's all dependent on, getting people connected. But that would be an in-person type of thing, they would have to be here. For example, if you're studying to be a school, if you're studying to be a counselor, mental health counselor, let's say, you're going to be required to do an internship, certain amount of hours at a place. So it can be part of your education, or it could be that you're looking for companies that you could potentially work for in your field of study that might offer an internship. So there's two different options available. I don't know if it's the same there in Ghana or not, David, but yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay, Doc. So that is what I earlier on said because
Yeah. Okay.
they are all part of the planning. Before we even get you scholarship, there are a few things we need to know about you. We will want to understand what really do you want to do after your education. It all helps us to understand which course we can advise you to read and all these things, student loan and stuff like that. Even I didn't know, but Doc did mention that is somehow, worrying sometimes if you allow students to eat. That means that there are challenges that students go through when they take these student loans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we will be giving Doug another opportunity to speak in that area. What are the challenges that international students face if they have to apply for student loan and they are granted and things like that? So we will move it from stage to stage. We have Arnold. I'm trying to get you and then give you the opportunity. So I'm actually not seeing you here. Just give me because I saw your. Okay. All right. Arnold, you can unmute yourself and go ahead with your question.
Thank you very much. And please, what I wanted to ask was
May we
that
know where you are connecting from, who you are, where you're connecting from?
Sorry, I'm Arnold and I'm from Ghana and specifically connecting from the University of Ghana.
Okay, all right then. Okay then. Pleasure to have
So
you.
concerning student travel and the current laws that were passed by the President Trump recently, like this international in a way, are international students affected as in their visa applications and all that?
Honestly, I can't really tell you because this is a new thing for us here in the United States. As you know, the president just took office and he's making all these changes. And I'm not sure to what level, as far as passports and international travel, where that's actually going to affect. I want to say that it's not going to affect visas for studies. I think it's more for, people trying to come into the country for different reasons. But I can't tell you 100% for sure right now, because I don't think anybody really knows.
Yeah, very well. Thank you very much, Doc. Just to add to what Doc had shared, so again, in college planning, your counselor will take you through all
Yes.
this, and for you to even go ahead to apply for student visa, it means that you got admission to the university where you are going. So the university has every information about you, either the number of years you are there and stuff like that. So there will be, exemption to you as an international student who is just in that country to study. But if the mindset is for you to study and remain there to work, then it is for you as that student that whilst you are in the school, then you have to begin to work on your document as a student. But for you to secure visa to travel, before you get to that point, there are processes that you need to go through. And when you go through those processes and you've been accepted by the school and given admission, then it means that the school has admitted you and the school is like a cover to you. So if there is anything that the laws that the president will pass that will affect you, maybe perhaps the school might come in to say, okay, this is our student and blah, 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 depending. But we can give you 100% assurance that this is what is going to be, things that remains with the government. So there are some few comments here. A very good friend and a sister, Claudette, he said, "Thank you, Dr. Millie. God bless you for all you do." We are also blessed to have you here. And Dr. Marcia said, "Very beneficial presentation. Thank you very much." So we have again from Dr. Marcia, it's a student who are doing AI technology, science, and STEM will be admitted with possibility to work and get permanency, February immigration agenda document. Doc, I'm going to unmute you. This has to be spoken. Just let us know because you are also there in the USA, Dr. Masha. I know you have expressed it, but let's better get it. So if there is any question, we can ask you, because that looked like a section. Student who are willing to read AI. Can you unmute yourself, please?
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. If they look at the agenda documents, there are monthly agenda documents that are coming out now at the immigration, USCIS. And they are saying that students who are qualified and who apply to do courses that are science and technology, STEM, and also AI based and engineering, they can apply, and they also have the possibility after 1 year being here, to get work permit, and also to look at getting permanent positions if they contribute to a certain level in these organizations and the organizations want to retain them. So those are the categories that they keep putting out there for STEM, but they can go on the immigration website and they can actually look at the agenda documents, because those agenda documents come out for immigration and for the I-134 form and the I-130 form.
Okay,
Very
that's
well.
good.
So this
Good.
is a great education for us, because even I am not aware of it, and neither is Dr. Millie aware of it. But what Doc is telling us is that if you are a student who want to read science, want to read AI and engineering, science and technology, AI and engineering, then you have exception. They can allow you to study, and the immigrations can work on your document. So, well, if you are a student here and you have interest in all these areas, you have to connect with our office, and we will connect with the people who are on the ground, the counselors and stuff like that. So we can get you the right information and also guide you as how you can apply. We know there are a lot of people. Recently, we had a candidate who came to our office and was complaining about how they got their fingers burned when they were trying to do this. But we can tell you, if you want to do it and to do it the right way, connect with us and we will lead you through how you can do it. I have a lost brother who came back, and I'm glad to see him. I will call him tomorrow. Mr. Patrick Notte, doctor, thank you very much. I can see you. You say great reconnecting. God bless DDLF. God bless you too. These are our, I will say, pillars. We begin with them. And so, Doc, I'm really, really glad to see you again. And I can see all our old folks, one Dr. Claudette. And so we'll be talking. Yeah, we'll be talking on the background. And so we have to rebuild. We have to rebuild. So Doc is saying, I'm always blessed to be here with all of you in DDLFs. Yes, we are also blessed to have you. So time is gone. We may not take. I can see another. Oh, Alf. Okay, Alf, I made you co-host. So just unmute and go ahead.
You may be co-host. That doesn't mean that I've used the system and just talk by heart. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I would like to say that I also did. I'm now qualified by MIT. Not qualified, certified by MIT in AI and those kind of fields. And I did that because basically that world is. So I'm certified, and I gave a lecture at Kwame University of Science and Technology recently in October timeframe last year. But in terms of those kind of fields, you need to, as David was saying earlier, you need to have a good GPA. You need to have good mathematics. You need to be good in certain areas. It's not that you just take anybody. I would suggest that there are courses online that could, back up your ideas. Some feeling, but if you wanted to do something like that, then you actually do them. Some of those courses are free. Some of them you got to pay a little bit. The MIT course was not cheap. I mean, we're talking thousands of dollars. I've come out and I'm doing AI, automated malaria, and various other things, advising people on various areas, including Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. So I would advise you to check out the AI because that's the way the world is going. Africa needs to get our data in check. Everything that's being done in AI in the field of whether it's ChatGPT, whether it's Gemini, whether it's Copilot, all those kind of areas, whether it's the new one on the block, the R1, what's it called, the Chinese one that's kicking, that's punching above its weight. It's all relative to the West. We need data that we can rely on, depend on, that we can build our own models that will help us in Africa. So please be aware there's a lot of work to be done to even build AI models. And one of them is actually getting data models and databases in Africa. So if you're into those kind of things, please, try a few courses, free courses online, see what you can do, and trust me, you'll be at the fore. I mean, even though AI has, bolted through the gates, we're still at ground zero, really, in terms of those kind of courses around the world, not only in Africa, but around the world. I mean, we Africa, we've got to do a lot of catching up. So please, look into those kind of things, but it's not specific to AI. It is generic. Whatever field you're in, you can do a chatbot. You can do. You can build up your areas, whether it's medical, engineering, even House of Parliament. They can have their own, AI to figure out what are the laws. You can do your chatbots and stuff like that over there, but you need to understand how it works. A lot of us don't understand how it works. And we think, oh, it's just AI. It's AI. It's AI. It's not. It's specific. Even how you ask the question, you may get the right answer, and it can go rogue on you, which they call hallucinations. So not everything that you put in the air gives you the right answer. So yes, these things are good things if we can use them well. We need to learn how to use them well, whether it's in the finance industry, educational industry. I mean, even our Ghana cards and things like that. To even apply AI to them, you need the good data, and if you don't have the good data, we could be struggling. I mean, I used to be using data where we're downloading from satellites for your weather, climate change, farming data, when it's going to be, and we are downloading 6.4 terabytes a day. 6.4 terabytes a day, which we have to store, classify, process, and then send it out before it actually gets processed for it to tell you whether it will rain tomorrow or the next 45 days. So please take David's advice, contact them, know what you want to do, know how you want to do it. The counselors will be there for you. We will also be there for you. David, I think he's got it on speed dial, but that's beside the point. He's probably got Dr. Millie's, Marcia's, all these people. We're here not just to, as faces on chat. We're here to try and help others to build their future. Okay, thank you. Dave,
thank you very much, Alf. So what I want to say is Alf here is engineer himself, working with one of the biggest engineering company in the world. They go on space. If you are a student here with us today and you're looking for a mentor, somebody to mentor you, let us know. All these courses that we've mentioned, if you have interest in any of them, you want to read outside and stuff like that, let us know. We will connect you with the right people who will give you the right guidance to what you have to do so that, you can save your parents money. You don't go paying people money that you will not get results. Just let us know what exactly that you want. Either you want somebody to coach you, you want somebody to mentor you. We have a lot of mentors on this platform from a well-recognized organizations, well-trained, leadership platforms. Dr. Amili is coming from the John Maxwell team. We have Ramatu here with us. We have Claudette also from the John Maxwell team. And there are other people. Dr. Marcia is here, is a leadership expert. We have Anna here with us from Finland. All these people are leadership experts, and they are here with us every Sunday. And there are more of them who are not connected here, but are ready and willing to impact and add value. If you are a student, you're going through something, a challenge that you cannot communicate to anybody, not even with your parents, we are here as an organization to give you that support. So let us know, connect with us, and we will be of help to you. Next week, we are here again. And next week, we will be talking about how you can manage your finances. One of the problems we have these days as youths is how we manage our finances. We don't have good financial management skills. So most of the times we have money, but we burn it. But as a student, because these are the very things that Doc spoke about. As a student living outside, how you manage your finances will help you. So we have Professor P.K. Richardson from the Manchester Business School next week on the 9th. He will be speaking, and he will be talking about how to manage your finance well. So he will be talking about personal financial management and the rest. So make time, join us next week as Prof. PK will take us through these processes by which you can manage your finance as a student and as an individual. The organization is also launching our Legon chapter this coming Saturday. And so I know we have some students also from the Valley View University who are here with us, the leadership and executives. We're using this medium to call all of you to join us. It is Liman Hall. The event will be taking place at the Liman Hall from 2 p.m. And we have some special guests who will be present there with us. It's possible we will have some people connecting online, people like Dr. Amelia. I'll be speaking with her because these are people who can pump something into you, release something. I'll be speaking with my very good sister also, Ramatu. Yes,
Thank you.
So we inviting all of you who are here with us to join us on the 8th, which is Saturday, coming this Saturday at the Liman Hall from 2 p.m. Make time to be there with us. It will be a learning process to all of us. Be part of it, and God richly will bless you. So we want to be grateful to all our followers and all our partners and all our family members, the community members. I want to acknowledge your presence, Ambassador Odugu from Nigeria. From July from 30th to 1st of August, we are planning this event, which will be taking place from this month, these days that I have mentioned, Agri Tour and Art Festival. This Agri Tour is an event which Rosina is not here with us today, but this event is taking place already in the US, Maryland to be precise. And the eventer, what she was trying to do is to use that platform to elevate hunger. And they have been doing a lot in the US. And so when they got in touch with us, they tried to find out more about agric in Africa, and after explanation, they decided to bring this good news to Africa. And we are starting it from Ghana. So from July, we having this event coming up. And it is not going to be Ghana alone. This is connecting the whole Africa, because we have people from Mozambique, we have Nigeria, we have Sierra Leone, we have Equatorial Guinea, and other parts of the world. They are participating in it. On the third day, we want to empower and encourage. That is what this platform has been doing. We want to encourage and empower people by recognizing their work. People who are doing quality works in terms of agric, in terms of leadership, in terms of creative art. Talking of creative art, also as part of this event, we are going to engage the student body, because the student body are doing a lot in areas of creative art, but people don't get to know about it. So what we're going to do is that we will give the student to exhibit, their products, and for the international community to know about it, because the diaspora is part of it. Don't forget, the organization starts from the US, so we're trying to bring the diaspora to be part of it, so they can get to identify your craft, what you are doing as a student. And perhaps, who knows, that can be a great opportunity for you to be identified by the international community. That can lift somebody. So let us get ready, get prepared. If you want to know more about this event, visit www.ddlforum.com. www.ddlforum.com. If you also want to send us an email, even pertaining to all the things that we talk about this evening, you can go to info@ddlforum.com and drop every information, that put your request, anything that you want, put it in there, and we will respond to you accordingly. So anything you want, anything regarding scholarship, anything regarding college planning, anything regarding this very event I talk about, if you want to know more about it, go to info@ddlforum.com. Leave your message there. We will read it and we will get back to you. So we are grateful to everybody who has been here with us. My very good friend and brother, I did mention you already, Patrick Notte. We are glad to have you here. Sister Claudette from, I always say Chicago. I don't know, maybe God want to relocate you, but that is it. So we are glad to have you been part with today's presentation. Dr. Masha, also from the USA, thank you very much. And we thank everybody, friends and loved one, Reverend Samson Hammond. Thank you very much for being here with us, our very good friend, brother, father, all the way from Germany. Thank you all for being part.
No. I would just like to express our sincere thanks and gratitude to Dr. Millie for your very good presentation. I mean, I could see you rushing through it, but there was a heck of a lot of good information in there that we appreciate the time and effort that you've put into it. It was very good and very succinct. But please, don't let it go to waste. Rerun the video. Take pictures of the slides. Do your homework before coming back to her to ask her the same questions that she spent so much time putting in tonight. Thank you very much, Dr. J. May you continue to be blessed, and may you give out. May be returned to you more than you have given out. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alf. Yes, thank you. All right, so Sister Claudia said Michigan. I will keep it now, from Michigan. I will never mention Chicago again. Michigan. Okay then. All right then. Okay, so this series has been recorded. If you need a video, let us know, or you can contact our office. Well, you can reach us. Our numbers always has been on our the flyers that we send around. You can reach us on those flyers, but the office is at the World Trade Center opposite the National Theatre. You can visit us anytime you want, and we will be ready to help. Thank you all. It is good evening at my end, so I'll say good evening to you. I don't know where you are connecting from, but to make it inclusive, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, Next week, we will all be here again. It is a pleasure and honor to have you being part of tonight's session, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Have a blessed day. Officially, we are done.
Thank you. You too. God bless each and every one of you. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Doc.